Hello and welcome to the Czech Republic and Prague for the International Canoe Federation's first Slalom World Cup of the 2015 season. 300 athletes from 45 nations are competing on the legendary Troja course. Today we're going to be looking back over the best of the action from the 5 traditional classes over the weekend. I'm Matthew Layton, so sit back and enjoy the action. The Troja course, completed in 1983. Since then, there's been 13 World Cups and 2 mythical World Championships, 2006 and 2013. Let's go straight to the action. It's the men's canoe singles and a star-studded lineup here. These are the athletes going in reverse order of their semi-final positions. First to go, Benjamin Savcek, or Benny to his mates from Slovenia. He's had a storming last few months. In the World Cup, he won in Tachin. Deep Creek in the Worlds, he got the silver medal. And recently, in the Europeans, he came first. This is a tricky section. Decides to spin, double spin. There are about 8 or 9 gates, all in a row, in a 40-meter period. It's very, very difficult. Looking at Benny here, he's more cautious than normal. This could put him in good stead. Looking on the course, 25 gates today. The red and white ones, as you see here, are to be taken in an upward direction. The green and white to be negotiated in a downward direction. And he sprints over the line. It's quite a big sprint to the finish line. You can see the weather conditions are rather difficult. He's delighted with his performance. Powerful diagonal rain, but didn't seem to affect the poles too much. Spectators are perhaps suffering a little bit, but this chap doesn't know how to suffer, or certainly doesn't know how to complain. It is Scotland, Great Britain's David Florence. 2003 World Championships here. He took the gold medal in the C1 and the C2. Switching across, again deciding to spin. Sets himself up nicely, surfs across the wave. That's gate 10 he's coming through. Really tight here. Keeping the boat nice and dry. David's known for his power and persistence. Maybe a little bit wide there if you're being hypercritical. And he sprints over the line. Well, so far just behind the time, but he's very difficult conditions here. On the course now. Must have been down here thousands of times. It's 38-year-old Stan Jezek from the Czech Republic. He said he's been on this course training twice a day, every day for the last 25 years, so he knows all the combinations. Known as Bendy Boy, you'll see with the extraordinary reach he manages to negotiate. 2,000 fans have turned out to watch this, and you can see he understands every flow of the water. So far, a slightly down, in and out quickly. That's what he's known for. Impossible angles, cutting the corners. If you touch a gate, by the way, it's a 2-second penalty. If you miss the gate altogether, it's 50-second penalty and pretty much game over. Sprinting over the line. The speaker going crazy. And that's why. When the pressure's on, this man knows how to perform. Half an hour before his race, he was standing discussing technical issues, having a cup of coffee in the media tent. Confirmation of the result. Stan Jezek takes the gold, Benny Savcek takes the silver, and David Florence takes the bronze medal.
I'm really happy that it was exactly here at my home course. It was really probably only one advantage for me. against the others that I'm paddling this course for almost 25 years. So no one has the same experience like me.
This is a real test of technique. It's the women's canoe singles. They're going down exactly the same course, 16 cubic meters of water per second. Jess Fox, she's the reigning world champion, also in the K1 class, by the way, 21 years old from Australia. And when she's on form, it's extremely difficult to beat her. Precision, timing, power, and understands the water, how to make the most out of it. Often you can see she doesn't look like she's pushing so hard, but she chooses the lines to make the power of the water count as opposed to her arms. Perhaps dropping a little bit low there. And as you can see with Jess, she switches her hands very, very rapidly. It means that she's almost always canoeing on her onside. And again, another switch. Total control of the water. As you can see, the sun's come out. It's been changing conditions all day. Recovers very, very quickly. That's the mark of a champion, not being able to be affected by mistakes and recovering and making the right choice. Maybe going a little bit wide now, sprinting over the line. Oh, nearly takes the ball out. She moves into provisional first place by 4 seconds. There's the switching for you. Anna Satila, 19 years old from Brazil. She's going to be competing in the Olympics in Rio. Also competed as a 16-year-old in the Olympics in London, so picking up good experience. And she's going to have a busy couple of years ahead of her. Picked up early 2-second penalty. She's also competing in the K1 category as Anna. And almost carrying the hopes of a nation with her. 3 seconds down at this point. Deciding to spin as we see. She needs to use the wall and surf across the top of the stopper. Switching again. Most of the girls seem to switch. In the men's, there's only a couple of the chaps who actually switch, and they're usually converts from K1. But with the women, there's a certain advantage, as perhaps there's a slight lack of power perceived, but there's a lot of precision. And here she comes over the line, where it's a very respectable performance, but leaves some regrets out there perhaps. She's 30 years old, she's got the biggest heart on the circuit, always seen coaching the local kids, knows this course inside out. She's part of the University Sporting Club of Czech Republic of Prague. It's Kateřina Huskova. She's been the world champion before, but funnily enough, she's never won a World Cup. As you can hear, the speaker and the crowd are encouraging her forward. That's got to be worth a couple of seconds. Going for a tidy run today, so far clear. Takes a bit of a hit from the stopper, but lines herself up nicely. Keeping in the middle of the gate, so clearly going for a lower risk strategy today. Well, that's the last difficult bit section over of the course. It's now just a sprint for the finish. Arms are going to be hurting, all the energy going forward. Where's she going to land? It's a victory. And a celebratory roll. That has made a season. Confirmation of the results. Kateřina Huskova, gold for the Czech Republic. Jess Fox, silver for Australia. And Anna Satila, bronze for Brazil.
It was perfect. I don't know what to say, because I'm so happy that I was able to win at home, so perfect.
My name is Jiri Prskavec. I am 22 years old and I started paddling here in Prague when I was about 8, I think. Whitewater is pretty much all of my life. I just like to get on the water and have fun. When I was young, actually, I did downhill skiing and I didn't like that too much because I wasn't very good. Then when I started paddling and I had some first medals, I knew that this is my sport and that I'll do it for a long time, actually. The cross point in my career was World Championship in Foa, where I wanted to do a safe run in the semi-finals just to get safely into the finals. And when I tried to do a safe run, I screwed up. So from that time, I'm risking everything, and either I have a very, very good result, or I just screw up. And that's just how I do it, and I think it works for me. I love my country, and I always want to race for Czech Republic, and if that means I have to beat Vavra and Vit for going to the Olympics, that's just a thing I have to do. But I would never change to other country. I want to do it for my nation and not just for me. Yeah, if I have children one day, I think I'll want them to paddle, because not only because I think they love the sport, but because of the people around. You know, it's not like, I think everybody is friends around whitewater, and I think that's a nice thing about it.
Well, from the canoes to the kayaks, it's the final of the K1. Olympic champions, world champions. First on the scene, it's 24-year-old Ondřej Tunka from the Czech Republic. He's known for being fearless, clearly knows this course as well as anyone. These guys go down twice a day in all weathers, so they must know all combinations. Spinning around 9, surfing across the wave, quickly in and out of gate 10. The course today is about 285 meters long. But there's no place to rest. It's action, action, action. And from gates especially 7 to 16, it's over about 40 meters. We haven't seen much time changing hands over the last section. With 4 seconds of penalties in the K1, it's very difficult to do anything here. Well, he may have a fraction of the pure time. But at this level, if you hit the gates, it's not going to help you. Yuri Priskovic, we've just seen the profile. He lives for this sport, he lives for the area, and 2,000 fans are cheering him on. On his day, very few people are quicker, as we heard. He leaves nothing out on the course. Going forward on 8, but oh, that could cost him. That's a 2-second penalty. Quickly out of gate 10, but needs to really control it. Whoops. The rule is you have to have your whole of your head through the gate, which he just did. Another high-risk strategy, but very good to watch. Sprinting over the line. Heavy hands, but the crowd pulling him forward. And it looks like he moves into provisional second position.
There's only one man who will decide what kind of...
Boris Nevu from France has fins on the bottom of his boat. Trains with Emily Fair, who's the reigning world champion and European champion. When he's on his day, no one's more smooth. But he's ducking in about today. It's very rare to see him really pushing it out. Maybe he feels the pressure. 2 seconds of penalties. Good cheering from the French crowd. In and out, just. Gates slightly swinging there, as we see. With 2 seconds of penalties, he's the same as Yuri Priskovic. And now it's a sprint for the line. Well, it puts him in the medals. Interesting situation here. Joe Clark was leading all the way, but unfortunately for Joe, in boat control, his boat was too light, so he was disqualified. Anyway, that's the rules. Confirmation of the official results. Gold, Czech Republic, Jiri Priskovic. Silver, Boris Nevu from France. And third for the Czech Republic, Ondřej Tudka.
I love the crowd here in Prague. They cheer me up, and also the speaker was awesome. And I did it for the people, and I'm very happy that my run was good enough to be on the medal position.
From the men's kayak to the women kayak. Look at this line out. 5 Olympians, in the sense that 5 of these ladies were in the final in London. It's the same course, 16 cubic meters a second, 25 gates, and we've already seen Jess Fox. Last time we saw her, she came second in the canoe. Now she's in the kayak. Of course, she's the reigning world champion in this as well, and she's medalist from London 2012. As you can see, Jess has a very distinct style, really makes the boat work through the water. The flat section, she's really paddling like Billy-O. Goes for the spin. Double spins around 9. Can she catch the wave? Has to push a little bit, tight, in and out of 10. But the time's crucially looking good. As you can see, she really does use the power of the water to keep in the mainstream as much as possible. The last real test of the course, safely through 16. Comes around what they now call the iron. It used to be a big rock there, but it was too dangerous, so they covered it up with concrete. 2 more gates to negotiate, and she sprints for the line. Well, she's almost a second up. Relieved to be through that without too much collateral damage. Local girl Katerina Kudyova had a glittering junior career. Now can she transform it in the seniors? 25 years old, trains here on a daily basis. Also spends the winters down in the southern hemisphere, so she's known as a very tough trier, tough competitor. Trains in the same training group as Jiri Priskovic. Trained by Jiri Priskovic Senior. Great shots from the cable cam here. Really see the flow of the water. She needs to catch this wave. She's almost 3/4 of a second down. Great support from the 2,000 locals. Now she's dropped a bit low. Punts off the wall. That's at least a 1.5 loss. That's going to cost her. Needs to keep it going, keep it clean again. That was 1/2 second lost. Arms are going to start to be hurting now. The crowd's pulling her forward. She's dropped off slightly more. 3/4 of a second down. Punts off the wall again. Sprints for the line. Every last ounce of energy in her. Well, 0.99, so a second off. Michael looking at Yasmin Schumberg. Had a bit of an off start to the season. She actually missed out in the German trial, so she's just going to be competing, in her words, for fun this year. 2006 world champion from Germany. Look at her boat. It's the newly designed Prion boat. And she certainly knows how to put the boat in the right place at all times. Really in touch, only 1/4 of a second down. Can she serve across the wave? That is quick. And in the semi-final, she was the quickest over the last section. Jess Fox and Kudyova looking on, possibly in admiration, a little bit nervously. Not the biggest competitor, but really has a huge power to weight ratio, turning the boat correctly. Is she going to be on the split? Well, 0.6 up. Out safely, the crowd applauding, appreciative. And here she comes. Has she got the power left? Yes, she has. 29-year-old Yasmin Schoenbergs wins by 0.13 of a second. Confirmation of the result. Yasmin Schoenberg, gold for Germany. Jess Fox, silver for Australia. And Katerina Kudyova, bronze for the Czech Republic.
Yeah, it was pretty close, the final. Yeah, the others were so good and I heard it on the start. But I tried to focus on myself. And at the end, yeah, it's good to be the best.
What's your favourite possession?
So my favorite position is my boat, my C2.
I prefer experiences over possessions and I try and have fun. So good memories are my favorite possession.
It's for sure my brand new kayak with my sick design.
I have quite an extensive trainer collection, so I'd say my Nike and Adidas shoes.
Probably my Olympic medal.
What's your favourite possession?
I love my whips.
My favorite possession is probably a little unorthodox. It's actually my C2 partner.
Right now my favorite possession is a piece of plastic and it's a piece of a kayak and I have it here. It's worthless, but I like it.
From the singles to the canoe doubles, the C2s. A truly international European feel for this race. There's the cable cam, which gives us great overhead shots. It's Karlovsky and Jane, one of 3 Czech pairs in this race. They're known for being very dynamic, very aggressive. 23 and 24 years old. It's a back-right combination. That might give them a slight advantage later down the course. Weaving in and out. Now they're doing a back-up move. And then they spin round gate number 9. Need to ride the wave. If you want to know how to do it, just watch that. They've been on the international scene a couple of years now, exploding their way through. Really dynamic pair. Crowd again, as we'd expect, going completely crazy for their compatriots. Well, they'd spent plenty of time practicing on sprinting. Still going strongly, just missing the wall. And they move in the provisional first place. Complete delight there. They know how to perform under pressure. On the start line, it's the world number 1, Gautier Klaus, Matthew Pesch from France. Last year they won in Augsburg. And at Deep Creek in the Worlds only came 6th, their compatriot came 2nd. Typically French style, short, fast paddling. Bouncing over the water because they're both fairly light. Again, all back right teams are backing off today. They didn't do that in the semi-finals, so they kept it quiet. Accelerating the boat round again. In and out of 10. Need to have some speed on. It's very tight at this stage. But they're crucially clean. Punting off the wall. Plenty of Frenchies here cheering them on. Now this is where it counts. Can they keep the boat straight? Sprint to the end. What can we going to see? It looks very good. They take the victory by over a second. Klaus Pesch, France, gold. Karlovsky Jane, silver for the Czech Republic, and also for the Czech Republic, Kasper Sindler, bronze medal.
It was quite hard on the muscles, but we keep the boat training all the race, so it's good. We don't have mistakes, and so we have a fast time, and it's good for us.
That's it from Prague. Great weekend of action. Don't forget to join us next time, Krakow, Poland. I'm Matthew Layton. Thanks for watching.